I ain't finna do the prediction video yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Basically the breakdown and review of the Georgia-Alabama game. Stage part one. Let me talk about it. Don't let this Kentucky game fool y'all, man. Don't let it fool y'all. Cause everywhere I've been seeing, you even got Texas fans and all them talking about a game in early September, comparing it to October. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we played Texas October 18th. You know what I'm saying? Like, stupid. Like the way Georgia playing now, it's gonna be the same way they play in Texas. Come on, think about it. Like I said, 2020, Georgia played at Kentucky. They won 10-3. Granted, Georgia, that was a bad year, kinda. They got smoked by Florida. They got smoked by Alabama. And it wasn't good. Jamie Newman opted out. JT Daniels wasn't ready yet. Either way, 2022, Georgia. I'm like, listen to me now. Listen to me, because y'all transitive property don't work in sports. Like, it has been proven a fact. Just because you struggle with this team doesn't automatically mean you're gonna struggle with the better, more talented team. You know what I'm saying? Either way, let me get to my point. 2022, Georgia smacked Oregon 49-3. You know what I'm saying? Then they had what? That 2-3 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Well, they struggled. They look bad. You know what I'm saying? Well, they struggled with Kent State. You know what I'm saying? And if it went for Malachi Starks, hustle, they would have lost to Missouri. I'm just calling like real. If it went for Malachi Starks, Georgia would have lost to Missouri in 2022. Fast forward, you know what I'm saying? They played doggone Kentucky at Kentucky. They won 16-6. 16-6. And people, you know what I'm saying? After they 49-3, a good top 15 team, Oregon team. You know what I'm saying? They smacked other teams. They smacked Tennessee. Everybody had Tennessee. A lot of people had Tennessee winning that game after they found out that Nolan Smith wasn't playing. And they smacked Tennessee. The number one ranked Tennessee. They smacked them. Father that up, you know what I'm saying? Georgia, after that Kentucky game, 16-6, they dropped off. They averaged 45 points after that. You know what I'm saying? Now you had 42 on Ohio State, which is, I said that game was gonna be a pretty good game. Like, people automatically assume that what Michigan did to him, Georgia was gonna do to him, which is, I said Georgia's gonna win. I think 37-28. The only reason why, because I didn't think C.J. Stroud would run like he did when he played his best game of his career. He finally moved around and moved out the pocket, because he knew it was the win and go home game. Because he knew if they beat Georgia, they was gonna smoke TCU. But 65 on TCU. 42 on Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Either way, you get what I'm saying? After that Kentucky game, Georgia averaged like 45 points a game. After 16-6, they averaged 45 points a game. Georgia had a top 5 offense in 2022. Top 5 offense. Scored 16 points at Kentucky. Fast forward. I ain't saying Georgia's gonna have a top 5 offense this year, but Georgia could very well go into Tuscaloosa and put up 35 to 40 points. Now, will it happen? I don't think Georgia will score 40 at Alabama unless it keep on going to overtime. That's just how, it is. Because, you know, it all depends on Carson Big. You know what I'm saying? Well, so I'm going to get to some points. But I ain't going to try to... This video could very well end up 30 minutes, which I ain't trying to make it 30 minutes. But this game is giving me the 2019 LSU versus Alabama vibes. I ain't saying Alabama going to let Georgia score 45 points on them like LSU did. I think it was 45-41. LSU won. But listen what I'm saying. LSU, you know what I'm saying? They had Auburn. They let Auburn almost beat them. LSU was at home. Previous Alabama was smoking everybody. You know what I'm saying? They almost lost. And should have lost to Auburn at home in Death Valley. They won 23-20. I watched that whole game. They had an off week. Holding up to the off week. It was like, oh man, this Alabama team gonna smack LSU. Alabama gonna give LSU their first loss. You know what I'm saying? That was like, man, Alabama defense Alabama offense gonna drop 70 points. No, because LSU defense was struggling. The bye week come. LSU came into Tuscaloosa and smacked Alabama from start to finish. I mean, I know the score gonna look closer. Granted, that it was some splash plays like the Darius Stinker look off to the sideline and Devontae Smith, you know, scored like a 70-yard touchdown, 60-yard touchdown, and the punt return by Jalen Waddle. You know, granted those splash plays, but at one point I think it was like 28-10 at one point in the game. Alabama was down by 18 points or something like that. You know, 28-6, 28-10, 35-13. I don't know, something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was bad. You know, it was like 31-13, something like that in the point of the game. Either way, what I'm saying, the week before, the game before, they almost lost to Auburn. Everybody was like, even myself, I was a victim to it too. I was like, man, Alabama finna smack LSU. Just like they always do, you know what I'm saying? Which is, I was a prisoner of the moment back then, in 2019. I was young, you know, and the transitive property, I was one of those transitive property dudes back then, you know, at 18 years old. So I was like, man, Alabama, you know, LSU defense struggling, you know what I'm saying? They led up 38 to Texas, 36 to Vandy, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know, Alabama finna smoke them, and they at home in Tuscaloosa. And LSU was smoking Alabama. Like I say, and I ain't saying Georgia got the offense LSU had, because I don't see no Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase on Georgia roster. But also at the same time, I don't see no Patrick Surtain them on Alabama roster. You know what I'm saying? So either way, y'all letting this Kentucky game fool y'all. I mean, when you look at it, yes, Alabama have 12 players on the field on offense. As of right now, Georgia have 11. And what I mean by that is Carson Beck, you know, I don't know if he been saving up, but you know what I'm saying, how Georgia can win the game. Because Carson Beck plays scary. You know, like, you know, Georgia could lose this game. But I've been seeing all season, the Clemson game and all that, Georgia has been struggling in the run game because Carson Beck ain't snatching the ball. You know, Clemson snatched the ball. Clay Clubman, he take off a run. You know, Brock Vandegrift. Oh, bro, that little split second where you pull the ball, it makes the defense play different. But if Carson Beck automatically hands the ball off, it caused everybody to crash down. But so many times, the running lane be open for Carson Beck to get 7-8 yards. He got to take them. And I'm trying to make a part 2, you know, because it's already 10 minutes. But this don't be the part 1. I'm going to make part 2 because, you know, I'm trying to put in a 10-minute session. So I'm going to have this part 1. All right, I'm going to get in part 2 after this.